Today is August 16th, 2024, and it marks the start of Game Maker's Tooltip's annual Game Jam. I started my day early with a workout and some prep for the Game Jam. Thankfully, I took the day off from my job so I could focus my mind purely on game dev. I then started setting up everything I needed for my game. I created a repo and did the basic configuration for the project. I prefer setting things up through code since it's faster than tweaking everything manually in the UI. I then had some free time since the Game Jam didn't start until 2 PM my time, so I continued working on Farm Invader. Around 10 AM, I made myself the first coffee of the day. It's almost 2 PM and the Game Jam is about to start. I spent the past few hours gathering a variety of assets that might come in handy. Now we just gotta wait.
GMTK Game Jam 2024 begins right now. Your goal over the next 4 days is to make a game that fits the following theme: built to scale. That's right.
Alright, build to scale. Time to brainstorm some ideas. My first idea was pretty straightforward, a puzzle game. The scaling mechanic could be applied to the main player, objects, or even enemies. Next, I considered a stealthy haste game, where you could either enlarge yourself to intimidate guards, or shrink to sneak around and notice. I actually liked that idea, but the more I thought about its mechanics, the more complex they seemed, so finally I decided on a puzzle-type platformer. This is Squeeze and Escape. You are a noose created by an evil corporation and you need to escape. My first inspiration for this game was Super Meat Boy. I wanted the movement of this game to feel smooth and fun to play. Luckily, I had some movement mechanics already developed for an older game. I checked on the Jam rules and yeah, I'm allowed to reuse older code. Awesome! Now that the basic movement was on, I needed to work on the main mechanic, scaling up. I planned for 3 sizes. In regular size, the player can jump higher and perform wall jumps. The small size moves faster and fits tight spaces. And finally, when large, the player can push objects. Implementing the size changing mechanic was surprisingly straightforward. I created a dictionary with 3 sizes and the properties they would change. These properties include the speed at which the player will move and jump, the push, wall jump, and dash enablers, and the collision size. I also had a health property that I planned to use, but I ended up ditching that idea. Now that I felt comfortable enough with my code, I took some time to work on the main character sprites. I knew I didn't want my game to be pixel art, so I opened Figma and started working on some vector art. It's almost 4 PM now, so I went for a walk and made myself another coffee so I could continue working on the game. My next task was working on a pushable object, and that didn't go so well. But I got it working after a few tries. Now I just needed to enable the pushing mechanic for the bigger slime. And that wraps up my first day. I needed to leave earlier because I had a birthday at night. After a nap with Julia, I call it a day. Good morning, it's Saturday 17 at 10 am. I wanted to wake up earlier today, but after yesterday's birthday I was too tired. Fortunately, I had made a lot of progress with my game, so I didn't feel too guilty. My first task this morning was finding a tileset I liked and adjusting it to my color palette. I found this awesome pack by Aikiro on itch.io. I will leave the link on the description. Adjusting its color to match my palette took me around half an hour, and I really was happy with the result. For some reason, my pushing mechanic broke with the new tileset. Thankfully, I found a quick solution on Google. It was a matter of changing one setting in the Godot project. I then designed the pipe tiles. With that, I found an issue with my growing mechanic, which allowed me to change sizes inside the pipe. Whoops! So I had to rethink how the growing works, adding a new area to detect if a player was able to grow, and then this happened. Good morning again, it's Sunday morning. Yesterday I spent almost all night fixing bugs and working on the camera movement. Unfortunately, I had to cut some gameplay mechanics, especially the wall jump, as it was causing issues with other parts of the movement. I was planning on publishing the game today since I wanted to meet the 48-hour limit, but I don't think that's possible anymore. Instead, I will focus today on designing the main level and improving the looks as much as I can. In more sad news, I ran out of coffee, so it will be a slow Sunday for me. I ended up publishing the game on Monday at around 3 PM. That extra day helped me a lot to improve the game look and feel. I also had the opportunity to work with Godot's particle system for the first time. Overall, I'm proud of the game I created and that I managed to finish it in just 72 hours, while keeping a good balance with my regular life. I think I made my goal for this jam, which was creating a game in a short amount of time that I would enjoy playing myself. I learned a lot and ended with a bunch of ideas to improve my existing games and even create new ones. I already know I want to participate in next year's jam. Next time I will probably find a team so we can make an even bigger and better game. If you would like to play my game, there is a link in the description. Your feedback is always welcome. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribing to my channel would make my day.